please.
Like, I'm breaking entire paddles to kill a single zombie. And when these things break, like, they're so bad, you can't repair them. They literally just fall out of your hands.
I love how there's a skill called Gender Wars that allows you to deal more damage to the opposite sex, as if zombie sex means anything.
That is an actual skill that Logan gets?
Yes. That Perna gets.
He is...
Yeah, specifically Perna.
Specifically Perna.
In case you've not already gone into this game is not exactly sensitive to the demands of the player in many ways.
Come on, let's get a move on. We gotta... What is this again? Lifeguard house?
Something.
Okay, bear witness to the incredibly overpowered stomp. 15,000 damage.
It is an insta-kill to any zombie that is knocked over.
Oh yeah, by the way, in case you want a convenient way to knock zombies over, propane to the head.
Just kick them, they'll fall over.
Usually. You sometimes take multiple kicks, so just throw propane at them. And...
Jump kick is guaranteed to do it.
Oh, okay.
Hit them with propane zombie.
Whatever, propane's way better.
Once they taste our rock, they'll never go back.
Wait, did I just throw a propane can at a propane can?
I conveniently threw my knife into the propane can.
Oh, you wasted it.
Okay, so it's just very convenient timing.
So what you're saying is I euthanasia'd your euthanasia.
I guess. Welcome to the Thug.
The Thug. He's large, he is slow, he is strong. We have never seen his leg before.
You'd be surprised at how often thugs.
See, that looks like he's going to pull like a, you know, Attack on Titan, Armored Titan charge towards you, but no, he just sort of stands there and then shuffles. He's like the most chillaxin zombie.
We can't knock him over, no matter what.
Now, usually the best way to deal with him is Zane's sharps weapons, cutting off his arms.
You can also break his arms with blunt ones, but yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, $181. What am I going to do with that?
So yeah, he'll two-shot me.
My fists are much more powerful.
Oh my god, the blood on my screen is blinding.
I broke an arm with my fists. That swing attack, by the way, has the worst hit detection ever. It can hit you behind him, it can hit you after he swung his arm. Just anything goes with this guy's arms.
His arms are both clearly broken. But it's taking forever. Can we just like move him
his
over
headbutt
here?
is so strong. Let's find some propane and hit him with it.
It's right here.
Oh.
Yeah, we just need to get him close enough, and then you do it. Just
I
so
don't have
we
any
can
weapons.
see it. Oh well then. Yeah.
There's no escaping the propane.
You could have just backed up like 2 feet. What's funny is that explosions, they have a damage radius,
Oh no!
and they have a knockback radius, and these two things are not the same size.
Yeah, and it's also really hard to gauge distance with this crazy field of view. The massive fisheye effect.
Wait, it just told me how to turn my flashlight on, even though this is one of the areas where you really don't need it.
Well, you might need to see into the single dark room.
Oh god. Oh god, zombies. Yeah.
This is the most painful thing. I think next episode I'm going to switch to a Perno with has lower levels than this.
Still a good demonstration of how this game just kind of like sabotages your efforts to be fair.
It will just out of nowhere, your previous gameplay session has now massively impacted your new one. That's like the worst kind of persistence. It'd be one thing if you like unlocked outfits or something and then you could use them on new characters, but giving you a huge experience gain out of nowhere because you happen to do things in this game that compounded with your other game? What were they thinking?
So I just picked up an item called meat off of a zombie head.
I'm sure it's kosher.
And these are the Call of Juarez developers. Oh my god, 2 nails. A feat I have never accomplished before.
Once again, I must point out that nails in this case is double plural.
Yes.
Because there are nails, and then there are nails.
This is also one of those flashlight battery systems where you can't have it on for too long.
Yeah, the Alan Wake flashlight battery thing going on.
I don't think
this really isn't a game like Alan Wake where that would be meaningful.
In Alan Wake, you had extra batteries you could put in your flashlight. They were like your magazines and a gun. Yeah, except it worked in Half-Life. The whole idea was you couldn't keep it on all the time. But it's not quite the same in this game. You know, there are dark areas you'll never need it on all the time, and then there are other areas that aren't dark enough for you to need it all. So it's like,
oh god, help me.
Always the worst opportunity to use a flashlight. My stomp has stopped working.
You picked a very bad time.
Oh, it needs a certain amount of stamina. But it gains stamina while it's going up, so you never lose any. It has become the only way to kill zombies for me. That's fantastic.
Well, at least you have one.
You're stopping me from stomping. Why would they put that in the game?
See, once we get the power to stomp on zombie heads, levels will become meaningless.
Well, that's cool. He was going to go for the grab face zombie QuickTime event, and I avoided it by stepping back. That's actually pretty neat.
You also avoided it by us.
Yeah, well,
to beat him.
Both of those are actually really cool. I wish more games did that, rather than just locking you in a cutscene no matter what you do.
And disabling our collisions with you so we can't even help?
Yeah. Well, if anything, it would bring your view over to where I am, and then you'd be able to see me getting attacked in a cutscene without being able to help, which would be the most egregious thing ever. Okay, so now we've cleared them out of the beach hut, which I don't know why they were all held up in there, but whatever, to find a lifeguard station. That Cinemoy approves of.
I dropped my cleaver because
there's still a lot to do.
You picked up my cleaver.
Yep. You're not getting it back.
There are a lot of Australians in this game.
People have been asking for you, looking for help.
God damn it.
Hunt them down. See what they need.
It's my cleaver now.
I'm not going to do your fetch quests.
Whatever, I have a whole bunch of broken weapons I can sell and hopefully to buy a...
Alright, everyone, span out, get all these quests, then we'll do the critical ones.
To reach past the island. We need a signal amplifier to cut through the static. I worked on an antenna at the lighthouse nearby.
Ah, there we go, a
Sure they got
slaughtering
an amplifier
sugarcane knife.
We wouldn't last a minute against those things, but you think you can get it for us?
Absolutely.
All right, excellent. You bring it back as soon as you can.
I've always wondered, why is this signal amplifier lighthouse thing broken, even though it's only been a zombie apocalypse for like 20 minutes? Speaking of which, the plane that crashed over our heads earlier, why was it crashing? The zombie apocalypse is here. Like, the outbreak is on this island, which is, I'm pretty sure, a big part of the plot. So, why is there a plane crashing overhead?
The sooner you find what I
Did zombies fly up to the plane?
The wheel of this bitch.
Like, it's coming into land here, or it's going somewhere else and it's just crash landing on the island, which is probably a lost reference, given that it was Oceanic Flight 102.
Iraq. These bodies are starting to rot.
Yeah, there's a bunch of references in this game like that.
We need to burn them before they start attracting more of these walking dead motherfuckers. Do me a favor. See if you can't get some gas.
Okay,
from
so
that
it's
station
unlikely, but I might just be able to, like,
I guess I can give you a hand.
throw
Okay,
weapons
good.
now.
See if you can find a car. That way you can move more gas.
I don't expect them to be effective. That would be expecting far too much.
Why wouldn't you just throw these bodies over the cliff here? In which case, if the zombies can smell the zombies, wouldn't they be attracted to A, themselves, and B, this massive pile of bodies that is no longer here?
Well, I did spot a couple times a zombie eating another zombie.
I almost questioned the zombie lore. That's a hole from which there is no escape.
Me and my slaughtering sugarcane knife are ready to go.
I also have one.
So this island's called Banoi, right? Is that a reference to Hanoi?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, everyone is in bikinis.
Hanoi is in Vietnam.
You should demonstrate these car part quick time events.
Oh, yes.
It's not really a quick time event. It's more like a.
Let me find a car part.
It's just a
one
very
right over here.
deceptive progress bar.
So you can't see it, but this is me pressing E, right? My hand swipes. This is me holding E. My hand swipes as I release the E key. This is me double tapping E and then holding, which the game tells you nothing about. For some reason, that's the only way to remove the parts from the cars, just out of nowhere, apropos of nothing.
So you say cutting off their arms is effective?
It was. Now I
so it's
actually do enough damage to.
Oh, so I'm just like the weakling, the runt of the pact. The pack, rather, sorry.
Hey, you could also be the runt of the pact. I'm sure Satan prefers one of us.
Well, Logan is the most evil character
Without a doubt.
in the
We'll
cast.
get into that very soon.
Yeah, since you recently picked him, do you know his backstory?
He's okay. First of all, like he's completely unapologetic about like everything. He's like, you know, oh, I used to be a quarterback. You know, he's all washed up because he was illegally street racing and he ran someone over and killed her.
Illegally street racing while drunk. And,
Yeah.
and he blames the person he ran over for being in the way.
No. He blames the person he was racing against for hitting him. Like his car, right? He says like he was addicted to speed and not like the drug, but you know,
Probably both.
the concept of speed.
Probably both.
Well, he wouldn't admit to the drug at least. And
You'd make that think I'd be able to relate to him, but I really can't.
I know you're kind of a speed freak too, but I mean, you know,
I'm not a horrible, despicable person.
yeah, let's go with that. Because like, at no point in the game does he really experience remorse for anything he's done or develop as a character. Like none of them really do, to my knowledge. Also, this walker didn't die.
Well, none of them develop, but here's a good selection of how characters behave and what they are. So
Oh, I see.
Logan is quite clearly the evil character.
He's the most evil. Like it's not so overt, but I mean, he's the most selfish. He's
also
incredibly like.
He's one of the, I would say, best, not characterized in a sense of like, that's good characterization. I mean, he has the most diverse and interesting characterization of all the characters, as far as I can tell. Because basically, Perna is always just kind of mad at everyone. Xian has almost no character hook at all.
She's good. She has good intention.
Yeah, but she has almost no character hook that I know of. She just kind of... And then Sam B is a fairly, like, he's a gangsta stereotype. He's so stereotyped it's ridiculous. He has a skill that allows him to get more money when looting dead bodies.
Yeah,
It's exclusive to him.
Not to mention, he's the only one who, when he gets mad and uses his fury power,
Fights with
and
his
like
fists.
you know, the demons start whispering in his ear because
Yeah.
like we'll have
On
to
the-
wait for Ross
on
to
the
do
subject.
that because,
I'm getting it right now, don't worry.
okay.
I already have my fury ready.
When I do it, I pull out an infinite quantity of throwing knives, and the game never tells you this. It just says when you throw weapons, you can hit 2 targets while you're angry, and your range increases. They don't mention the fact that you get infinite ammo.
And also more powerful ammo.
Yeah, both of which are very important things when you want to use your super ability and not worry about like throwing your weapons somewhere you don't, you know, retrieve them.
God,
You just can't.
thank you.
Oh, here. It's Miss Teddy Bear.
Oh god. So, this is a grown woman. She looks like she's her mid-30s, or at least her early 30s.
Annie, and I'm looking for my teddy bear.
What the hell?
I can't fall asleep without him, and I'm very tired.
I can't fall
And those
asleep
monsters
without
keep
him, and I'm
knocking.
very tired.
Will you find my teddy bear?
Will we find our
How can I
teddy
say
bear?
no?
This after the
The
guy
last
who
time
was
I
like,
saw
Jesus
him,
Christ,
he was in our
why are you
bungalow.
looking at me?
Number 15.
I killed them
I was with
all.
My sister Jenny. Remember, his name is Teddy. Tell him Annie
Yes.
sent you.
We will
and
remember
I'm
his
sure
name is
he'll
Teddy.
Go with you.
What the hell?
He's a brave
And
teddy
immediately
bear.
right next to her is a very thirsty girl. So thirsty, in fact, that she can take an infinite amount of water.
Yeah, she will buy all the water in the entire game from you and trade it back to you for a pittance.
Yeah, all the repeatable quests in this. Like, there's one guy who wants the repeatable quantity of alcohol. Like, and I can at least respect that. I mean, you know, he wants to get drunk.
I would love to play like a first-person-y survival mode zombie game that was actually survival mode, rather than progress to an end thing. It was just like, find a safe place to go. There's a huge open world, go wherever you want. I guess Zombie U is kind of like that, but it would help Zombie U wasn't so terrible. And then if you die, you can find your body that you died from earlier
Okay.
as a new survivor and pick up their stuff, with the expectation that you'll probably die. So basically like, what was that Wii game? Well, basically like 4Z, except that then you'd be able to play it single player. It would be you versus the world and the zombies, rather than you versus the griefers and the other players who will gank you with no repercussions.
So, you know the thug knockback effect?
Yeah.
It can actually happen to you if you have no stamina and a normal zombie hits you.
Yes, because your stamina is like your body mass, and as you use it, you're full of gas, is what I'm saying, and you expend the gas as you fight. So by the time a zombie hits you, you're just a bag of flesh, and you go flying like 500 miles, just like I just did.
So here I am using
This one does not
a
appreciate your zombieisms.
no durability left weapon. Basically just knocking things to the ground and wailing on their arms. I have
The
gone back to the
Enkindlers
beginning of
will
the
help
game
this
for me,
one.
but at least this weapon still has the ability to cut.
I need to find more sharp things.
This weapon's filing on me.
I've leveled up my capacity to carry weapons has increased.
This one has very good pipes. You will be pleased, I think.
I have some
By the way, I figured out how this
blunt
works.
weapons. What
Yeah,
works?
they're okay. When you cut both their arms off and they're on the ground is when you can like kill them instantly.
Ah.
I guess the idea is like they can't get up, so the game just treats them as permanently dead.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be kind of like cutting their legs off, but as I've discovered, it's impossible to cut a zombie's legs off without like dealing the killing blow, and that might cut his legs off.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess like, you know, animators didn't actually animate or like they didn't program or whatever basically prone zombies.
Uh-huh.
So like they made it possible to cut the limbs off, but not in a way that is actually beneficial to you. Aiming for the legs is
Before-
actually bad because you just aim for the head. You won't
Before
kill
we
them
move
fast.
on, I gotta
Oh.
gotta repair and upgrade.
Because of the horrible menus, I just disengaged my quest marker. And can't get it back. Come back, quest. I need you.
But you're our fearless leader. How will we know where to go without you?
We need to help Mike and Dominic.
Oh, that one again, huh?
You know who? You know that Dominic is no good. I want to help Dominic from Yuka 7. He's a much better character.
God damn it, somebody help me with this
Oh,
goddamn
no.
door! Hey,
I
remember
don't have
me,
enough money
mate?
to buy something
I'm
I
the
want.
doctor, but I can't do much without medical
Oh, no.
supplies. The door to
All
the
these
infirmary
faces
is
are
locked from the
so
other side
weird.
and in critical condition. You think you can help me break the bloody thing down?
Oh, here we go,
Definitely.
the doctor.
Oh, I appreciate it. Go on.
Go
then.
on in then.
Yeah, go on. Go and bash open that door.
Oh, I hate this QuickTime event. You have to like brush your mouse forward, but it's not clear when or where you're supposed to do it. I hate QuickTime events.
Don't worry, I just kung fu kicked them for you.
One after the other.
Oh, the one's still alive. Not bad. Yeah, you'd be surprised at how effectively thrown cleavers cut off things' limbs.
Good on you, mate. Now let me get to work.
Now, at this point, I kind of don't need to bother
Disaster. Nothing here
with
at all, is there? I need you to locate an ambulance or one of the lifeguard
basically
vehicles. Inside,
with
you'll find a paramedic bay.
weapon damage because my stuff
I guess
ain't
I
gonna
can give you a
last.
hand.
So I'm gonna get
you'll
all the
help with all
stamina
the 6 feet
upgrades
up.
and just cut things' arms off.
Nearby there. Can you see if you can find him?
That guy is the most entertained sounding survivor.
He has a friend named Doyle.
Is this on the Unreal Engine? Everything has like a plasticky sheen to it.
Stay here with Cinnamore.
They're all like lubed up.
If you're out there and you see Maggie, thanks.
I mean, just because you have specular effects doesn't mean you should use them. Human skin doesn't really do that.
Yeah, human skin is kind of not shiny.
My husband gave it to
Unless
me.
it's really
It means a lot
wet,
to
but it
me.
really shouldn't
I'm
be,
offering you
unless they
a
just came
reward.
out of the water
Can
or
you help me?
something.
Or, you know, they're avid
All
users
right.
of lotion, which
Thank
I really don't understand.
Please be careful.
But I mean,
Given the settings, that's
if you had to
entirely
pick,
believable.
I would definitely go for the matte human skin, like the old video games, and then maybe, you know, just have a little bit of highlight going. If you can't do something like, you know, subsurface scattering or some silly effect to simulate the transparency and depth of human skin, which we totally need in video games now, apparently. Other ways to kill the graphics cards. Don't go for shiny. Pick matte. If you have to pick the two between the two of them. On the subject of which, all of these first-person models are awful. And it's not just because my field of view is totally janky. They're, like, poorly textured, they have no material definition. The guns don't even function like guns.
Do you have your shadows on, Ross?
No, I'm still in overcast mode because this
You're
game
really-
has preposterous bloom.
It's got some nasty blinding bloom at times, but you're really missing out. Just you can see your shadow and like your third-person animations,
Oh, yeah.
where your arms will just regularly dislocate themselves.
Yeah, guys, meet up and do a Russian jig to show the viewers exactly how awesome these animations are.
Oh yeah, we don't even need shadows to show you that one. But just there.
All right, get dancing. What the hell? Who thought that was a good idea? I mean,
People jump like this, right?
Half-Life had better animations than that. Bethesda games had better animation than that. I mean, I wish I could talk more about the game's quests and context and stuff, but this really is basically just fight zombies, gather supplies for the first, like, 3 hours of the game, so we're going to be rushing through that.
Ow. Here, get back.
Oh, here we go.
I was invincible because of that zombie.
We found Van Bruggen. My prayers have been answered. So, we here find a woman who cannot crawl over a half a meter of car to escape.
Yes.
In fact, the people in this car must have then got out of the car and just left it crashed into the front of her, like, house. Oh, by the way, all the cars in this game, out of nowhere, suddenly, in adherence to realism, because I guess cars in Hawaii are all driven on the right side, has switched the steering wheel location, so it's right-hand steering rather than left,
I don't understand
which is
any of
no
these.
end of confusing
My
to any
husband.
Western player.
He's bleeding. Can you help us?
Which I'm pretty sure was their target audience, wasn't it?
Well, they made the call. I mean, unless they're from the UK or something.
It's Roger, brothers.
I should look it up after.
And this is my wife, Jess. We were driving like a bat out of hell when I saw that
Well,
broke down car.
it doesn't really justify the
Part of
fact
me
that you
said,
can get
"Forget
into
about it." But I
the
couldn't.
seats from
I
like the
couldn't do
wrong
that. I
end
live
of the
with
car,
myself,
and you just
so we
sort of
stopped
teleport
to
over
see if we could
them.
help.
So you can
The
miss
driver
the
must
one
have
you're
been getting
intent to get
shocked or
to and get the
something,
one
'cause
behind
he
it,
threw himself
essentially.
at us like a crazy guy. I had to.
Shall I
crazy guy.
drive?
kill him. But this was
I love this
self-defense.
guy.
I was protecting myself.
I wish I could find
You gotta
a,
believe me. But you know
a
what?
health restorative item,
Find out what
aka
he
Look at this
An
guy's
energy
pristine neck.
think
Yeah,
I got whatever he had, or rabies. I don't know.
I know
Fuck.
it's to hide the seams and all that,
Who the
but
hell knows?
Yeah,
But can you get Jess out of
everyone
here?
in this game is wearing a
If I
necklace or a
stop and
shirt
lose it,
so that their neck
I
can
don't
vanish
know
into their
bloody
player
hell.
model.
I know, but they cover this guy
I
in
guess
blood.
I can give you a hand.
I know.
Like it's
It's like dripped onto him.
Should take her to the lighthouse. My brother James should be there. He'll take her in.
This crazy guy. Is he supposed to be
acting like a
Jamaican?
crazy guy.
Is he supposed to be like? Because he really sounds a lot like, you know, Van Bruggen.
Okay. We gotta ride in the back because
Riding
only
shotgun. She can only ride shotgun.
she refuses to ride anything but shotgun.
okay. So wait, we're
Gonna
going to
get
the
in
lighthouse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to Lighthouse.
I really shouldn't have mentioned Deus Ex Human Revolution because now I want to play that. Why must we full house the terrible games?
You're stuck with us.
You're the one who suggested this, man. Like, honestly.
I know.
really.
I have to live with my sins. Or rather, I have to live with the sins of the developers of this game.
Now, I'm the most careful driver of this group, so you don't really get to see how amazingly shitty this driving is.
I'll drive it on the
Yeah.
way down so they can see.
I mean,
My,
well, here's the thing, right?
Well, my cowboy GTA style driving doesn't really fly in this game.
There's a point to be made for like the first person and driving controls. There's also a point to made for my driving skills. We'll be able to see both, but not at the same time.
One of my favorite games of all time is Interstate 76, and that was primarily first-person driving if you played any kind of serious. And that worked beautifully. But this is not that.